the Social Security payment schedule for February 2023. This includes retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, and SSI beneficiaries. I have all the details and the key dates you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, another month is upon us already, and you know what that means. It's time to get paid. Well, that's what I'm going to be laying out for you right here in this video. In fact, the dates for February are laying out in such a way that checks are going to be arriving a lot earlier this month than what we've seen here over the past few months, which is also very exciting and what I'm going to detail for you right here in the video. So let's get right into it. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. And because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm watching all this new information hitting the wire each and every day, doing all the necessary research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on right now as things continue to change very rapidly. And I also want to break all this down so you can see how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything out there right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And also remember, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about the very important payment schedule for February 2023 for all the millions and millions of beneficiaries who receive fixed income benefits. All right, so I do want to walk you through the details of the month of February and when those checks are going to be arriving. Now, here's the thing. As we approach the new month, I always pull up a calendar to see when are checks going to be arriving. I'm not sure about you, but I want to know, because here's the thing. The last few months here, checks have actually been arriving a little bit later. However, February happens to be laying out in such a way that turns out to be one of my favorite months, simply because the way that the dates are laying out, we're going to get paid a lot earlier this month, which is super exciting, okay? Here's the thing. Over the last couple months here, checks have been rolling in a lot later. However, February, you're going to see here very clearly, as soon as I lay this out for you, you're going to see that checks are going to roll in significantly sooner this month, which is very exciting. All right, so let's walk through the details on this. And obviously, I'm going to work my way through the month in chronological order. In other words, starting at the beginning of the month and then working our way through the end of the month. And I'll point out all the key dates for you when those checks will be rolling out. All right, so here's what it comes down to. February 1st lands on a Wednesday, the best of all the worlds. You're going to see here in just a second why I'm saying that. All right, so if, February 1st, if you're somebody that receives SSI, now SSI beneficiaries, obviously, you know, you receive your payments on the 1st of the month. Now, obviously, Wednesday is not a weekend and it's not a holiday. Therefore, your payments will be rolling in on that day for SSI beneficiaries. And I do know that some of you here in the community that also receive Social Security have reached out and said, I get my payment on the 1st as well. Okay, well, the 1st is landing on a Wednesday. Therefore, that's when you're going to see it, okay? So watch your bank account, watch your Direct Express card, wherever you typically see it, and that is when you'll see that. Again, no changes there because it's not a weekend and it's not a holiday. Therefore, you'll get it that day. All right, now let's talk about February 8th, the second Wednesday of the month. Now, so this is actually pretty cool because the second Wednesday of the month is landing like on the 8th. I mean, seriously, it could be pushed out significantly further than that, like what we saw in December when the 1st of December actually landed on a Thursday. That is like the worst of all the situations because that pushes out payments dates way further deeper into the month. Well, in this case, the 1st landed on a Wednesday. Awesome. Seriously, this means that checks are going to roll out way, way sooner. And as you can see here, the second Wednesday of the month is already the 8th. Pretty cool, right? It could be a lot worse than that. So that's why I'm pretty excited about this month. All right, so the 8th of the month is the second Wednesday. And this means for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month, this is when your payment will be rolling out, okay? The second Wednesday. So I wanted to point that out for you. And again, you probably know because this is typically when your payments always arrive, which is the second Wednesday. And again, this is the 8th. So again, arriving a lot sooner. And again, this is just for those of you that have that birthday landing between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Now, let me take a step back here for just a second. The 3rd of the month. Again, I apologize. I forgot to put this one into the mix, but this one actually lands on Friday. So I do know that there are some of you here in the community that do receive your payments on the 3rd of the month. Well, that happens to be Friday. Again, not a weekend and not a holiday. Therefore, if you're typically one of those people that receives a payment on the 3rd of the month, there you go. February 3rd is the date in which you will get that payment, okay? So watch your bank account, your Direct Express card, wherever you typically get that, that is where that'll roll in. So again, I apologize. I forgot to put that one in the mix there, but that is the 3rd. So the 1st is Wednesday, the 3rd is Friday, and the 2nd Wednesday is the 8th. Again, what we just talked about there for a second ago. Now, let's roll out to the 15th, February 15th, which is the 3rd Wednesday of the month. And this is for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 11th and the 20th of the month. If your birthday lands anywhere between those dates, the 11th through the 20th, and you're a fixed income Social Security beneficiary, this is when your payment will be arriving for the month of February, which is February 15th. And again, far sooner, it could have been a lot worse, right? So depending on how the days lay throughout the month, and again, in this case, the first being on a Wednesday right there, we're getting payments a lot sooner. So this is what it comes down to. The 3rd Wednesday of the month is landing on the 15th already. So amazing stuff right there. And again, this is for those of you that have that birthday landing between the 11th and the 20th. Between those dates, that is when your payment will arrive. Now next, let's roll out to the 4th Wednesday of the month, which is February 22nd. This is the 4th Wednesday of the month, and this is for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 21st and the 31st of the month. So in this case, this is when your payment will be arriving, the 22nd. So that's really, really early. I mean, seriously, we've seen some of these months here over the last couple months here where we've seen these payments rolling out as late as like the 28th. I mean, seriously, we're getting payments almost a week earlier in this case. 6 days earlier, we are getting payments this month. Amazing. Seriously, what does 6 days do for us? Well, that's a huge, huge difference, right? That's a big, big difference when it comes down to it, especially as a fixed income beneficiary right now when money is very tight for virtually everybody. Getting money 6 days early, virtually a week earlier versus what we did in December, that's like huge, like big, big stuff right there, right? So very exciting, and why I've been saying this a couple times throughout the video here, I love when the 1st of the month lands on a Wednesday, just because it means we get paid sooner, you know what I mean? So anyway, the 22nd of the month is the 4th Wednesday of February, and again, this is for those of you that have a birthday landing between the 21st and the 31st of the month. That is when your payment arrives. Now check this out. If you look out at the calendar yet again, look at this. March 1st also lands on a Wednesday. So yes, we get a double up here, right? So February 1st, again, lands on a Wednesday, the first Wednesday, and then again, March 1st, the same thing. So we get payments early yet again in March. Awesome. I'm super excited about that. But we can follow up to March here in, I don't know, about a month's time from now. We can follow up on that one. But again, just pointing that out. Pretty exciting stuff here. And of course, I'll bring you all the details as we do get more information. But again, it's already been busy so far. I mean, seriously, craziness what is going on so far this year, right? We're only, 3-4 weeks into the month so far, and into the year so far, and things are already very busy. And again, I would anticipate February is going to be another very busy month. Therefore, I will continue watching all this very closely, and of course, I'll bring you those details as we do get more information hitting the wire. Anything in reference to new bills or packages, proposals or amendments, any announcements out of the administration or all the new lawmakers, Congress as a whole, to change Social Security, reform Social Security, to fix these benefits up, to raise benefits. I mean, all kinds of things that are happening out there right now. Of course, I'll continue watching all of it very, very closely and bring you those details as I do get them. So again, hope this video helped you out. And again, I know, super basic stuff. And I know down below, I'll see in the comment section saying, we already know this. Yes, I'm not saying that you didn't know this, but what my point is, by making this video, it's helping you look at the calendar, because tell me you didn't look at the calendar for February. I mean, let's be real right now. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? I guarantee you've looked at the calendar to see when your payment is going to be arriving. And that's exactly what I laid out for you right here in this video is the payment dates, okay? So again, I get it. I know everybody knows when you get your payment, but the deal is, just like we saw in December, payments arrived virtually a week later than what they're arriving this month for February. So do we want to be paying attention to that? Well, I think we probably do. I'm not sure about you, but I certainly want to, you know. I want to know, are we going to get paid a week earlier this month or not, right? So I want to know that stuff, and I think everybody else here wants to know that too. So that's why I bring these detailed to you in these videos, just to hammer down and to show you the payment dates for these very important benefits, because let's just be honest for a second. Do fixed income beneficiaries rely on their monthly benefit? Oh yeah, you better believe everybody does, right? Especially right now as this inflation is still hammering people every single week. Not a good situation. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, have a good one, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.